Your News 5 forecast first from the First Alert Storm Team. Brought to you by the Southwest Alabama Partnership for Training and Employment.
Good evening, Gulf Coast. It has been a nice day across the Gulf Coast. Other than a few clouds, it's been at least fairly comfortable. Look outside the Gulf Quest Maritime Museum, downtown Mobile, where all is nice and quiet, just how we like it. Temperatures in the middle 80s and the humidity not too bad, especially for this time of year. As we go through tonight, you don't have to worry about any rain, just clouds gradually fading away as we go through tonight. Temperatures will be falling through the 70s, eventually into the 60s for overnight lows. We get more nice weather the next few days, but as we move into the weekend, higher humidity and higher rain chances are right around the corner. News 5 at 6 starts right now.
WKRG News 5 starts right now with breaking news.
The Mobile County Sheriff's Office reuniting a woman with her kidnapped infant who had been taken to Georgia. News 5's Dana Winter sat down with Sheriff Sam Cochran this afternoon. Dana joins us now outside the sheriff's office to break down the case.
The sheriff's office says the mother in this case is mentally challenged. She was lured down to Mobile from Wisconsin by two people she met online. These are pictures of Marie Childress being reunited with her baby. The sheriff's office says the man she met online convinced her to move to Mobile with him, so she did. Another woman named Kayla Singleton lived there too. Childress says the pair locked her in a room, beat her, and held her without food. When Childress went to the hospital to give birth, the sheriff's office says Singleton convinced her to use Singleton's name on the baby's birth certificate. Now the sheriff's office is figuring out why.
Supposition is that she was a person that wanted a baby herself, but then there's also supposition we're investigating that it may have been for some type of financial gain where someone could obtain government assistance by having this baby.
Sheriff Cochran says Childress's baby was in Georgia for a few days and Singleton was telling people the child was hers. He adds we could see additional arrests in this case. Tonight at 10 on News 5, learn how the sheriff's office was tipped off to this case and see how long it could take for Singleton to be extradited back to Alabama. Reporting in Mobile tonight, I'm Dana Winter for WKRG News 5.
We first told you about this on the WKRG News 5 app. If you would like the latest local and national headlines sent right to your phone, download that app for free in Google Play and the App Store. New tonight at 6, home surveillance video of the suspects in a Mobile murder case. Police want to talk to the people in the video about the murder of Samuel Wilson III. He was shot and killed while trying to stop a car burglary last week at his home on Spring Grove West. Police believe the suspects may be part of a gun trafficking ring.
In Northwest Florida, a man says his neighbor shot his dog in the face. That neighbor now charged with aggravated animal abuse. News 5's Cody Long has more from where this happened in Ensley, right outside Pensacola.
The owner tells me his dog got out of this fence, and so he went out looking for him and found him with a bloody face. Neighbors here say they heard a gunshot and saw the suspect walking down the street with what appeared to be a gun. It all happened right here on Rawls Avenue near West Devane Street. 55-year-old Ricky Fontenot was arrested a few weeks after he allegedly shot the dog. The one-year-old pit bull's name is Flex, and deputies who responded say that he was very friendly and not aggressive. I did talk to the dog's owner, Brett Whitfield, on the phone. He's out of town right now, but he says the day his dog got out, he asked Fontenot if he had seen him, but he said no. Deputies say it appeared to be several shotgun pellets that hit the dog. Just a block away from where Whitfield lives, we tried to talk to Fontenot to get his side of the story, but no one answered the door. And he was released from jail on a $20,000 bond. He is scheduled to be in court later this month. Reporting from Ensley, I'm Cody Long, WKRG News 5.
Daphne police are looking for a robber who used a rifle to hold Waffle House employees at gunpoint this afternoon. He even fired a shot inside the restaurant. As News 5's Katerina Lukatich reports, this is the third armed robbery at a local Waffle House in the last few weeks.
A canine and police in tactical gear searched the woods around the Waffle House on Highway 90 early this morning. Witnesses say a man came into the restaurant just before 3 a.m. with a gun and ordered two employees on the ground. Police say he fired one shot into the ceiling during the robbery. He grabbed cash before running out. Today's robbery comes 2 weeks after a man walked into the Waffle House on Moffett Road in West Mobile, pointed a gun at a customer, and demanded money. And a week before that, a Waffle House in Grand Bay was robbed. The sheriff's office releasing this surveillance video in hopes someone will recognize the two men who walked in, forced employees to strip down, and took cash from the register before running away. While none of the robberies seem to be connected, police are still looking for suspects in all three cases. In Daphne, Katerina Lukatich, WKRG News 5.
A crime alert now for Mobile. It's been a violent week in the port city. 4 shootings in less than 24 hours. Many citizens are concerned with the amount of violence this year in the city. News 5's Nicolette Schleisman is downtown with more.
Mayor Sandy Stimpson has repeatedly stated that his goal for Mobile is to be the safest city in America by 2020. We're now less than 7 months from that deadline, and some are concerned that it won't happen at the rate we're going.
Our mayor, campaign on having the safest, friendly city by 2020. I just don't see it.
During Tuesday's city council meeting, Councilmember C.J. Small raised concerns over the violence in the city.
If we don't crack down or do something, it's just going to get worse. And, and I hate to say it, but it's not just the east side of Mobile. I mean, it's in the west side of Mobile. And it's a bad statement on our city.
Mayor Sandy Stimpson also has concerns.
And how can you not think of crime when every night on the news that you're reading something that you prefer that was happening in some other city than where you're living?
Stimpson has continuously said Mobile will be the safest city by 2020.
Director Barber says all the time, we can't arrest our way out of this problem.
And while the city admits it may not happen by 2020, it's something they're still working towards.
Maybe it'll take longer than the mayor anticipated, but we're certainly going to continue to try.
Small says it will take everyone working together to reach that goal.
It's just going to take all of us to work together to make our city the safest, friendly city, where we can welcome all types of visitors to our city, because our city is a jewel, it's a treasure.
The city says the goal remains the same for Mobile to be the safest city in America. In downtown Mobile, Nicolette Schleisman, WKRG News 5.
Well, we can expect calm skies this Wednesday evening.
Thomas Geboy's here now to talk about our rain chances leading up to the weekend.
That's when our rain chance will be on the rise. But for this evening, for the next couple of days, you're looking pretty good. And the weather today was fantastic. We started this morning in the middle 60s in Mobile, and by the afternoon, middle to upper 80s in a lot of spots. And with that extra cloud covers, that helped keep things in check, but still felt nice out there. The Alpha Insurance Camera Network, this is Dauphin Street looking to the west with those mid-level clouds are in the distance, shaping up to be quite a nice sunset. Temperature-wise, we're mainly in the lower to middle 80s, 83 degrees at Mobile Regional, 85 degrees in Pensacola, 81 degrees in Grove Hill. Your forecast in the next 12 hours will take those temperatures that are currently in the 80s into the middle 70s by 10 o'clock tonight. Nice and comfortable early on. Then those temperatures will be falling into the middle and upper 60s for overnight lows. So that's going to feel refreshing tonight, and that's mainly going to feel refreshing because the humidity is going to be low. This is our dew point tracker, and the dew point temperature is the measure of moisture in the atmosphere. Anytime you see 50s, that's nice and comfortable. That's what we get tonight. But as we move into the weekend, those dew point temperatures will be on the rise, and that will eventually spell higher rain chances, mainly Saturday into Sunday. But we'll talk about that coming up in your forecast in just a bit.
There's new hope for babies born locally before 28 weeks. A new small baby unit at USA Children's and Women's Hospital in Mobile is now operational.
Yeah, a ribbon cutting ceremony held today. Cherish Lombard takes us inside to tell us what sets this new facility apart from the rest.
Well, there are so many things, guys. This facility really is neat. And more babies are born early than you might think, and their needs are typically very different than babies born at full term. This new small baby unit at USA Health Children's and Women's Hospital groups only these tiny babies together in one area so they get more focused care that they need. And the close quarters also gives parents of these tiny babies the opportunity to share their experience with each other at a time that can be very scary. Research shows babies born before 28 weeks gestation or weighing less than 2.2 pounds have better health outcomes in a program where a specially trained team provides care.
Small baby unit comes out of a place of looking to improve the quality of care that we're providing.
The new unit holds 22 babies, and there are fewer than 10 like it across the country and nothing else like it in the Gulf Coast area. On News 5 at 10, we'll introduce you to 2 babies, one being cared for in the small baby unit right now, and another born there a year ago, weighing less than a pound, who's doing much better. Cherish Lombard, News 5.
Drivers in Mobile can expect some delays starting next week. A major section of a major road will be closed for 3 to 4 weeks for a drainage project. Cottage Hill Road between Azalea and Demetropolis will shut down. Traffic will be detoured to the south all the way down to Government Boulevard during the construction.
An Alabama inmate got away with thousands of dollars and personal information from a phone scam inside a cell. Investigators are referring to the scammer simply as inmate Lawson. They say he's behind a large-scale fraud operation from the Hoover jail. They say since September, Lawson used contraband cell phones to contact businesses, scamming employees out of critical information related to prepaid Green Dot cards and security information. They say Lawson then transferred money to a phantom account.
I was able to obtain information, credit card information and names of civilians out in the free world from a data breach that occurred at a hotel chain in the Hoover area.
Investigators say they eventually found Lawson in possession of more than 350 names and credit cards. Coming up on News 5 at 6, from floods to tornadoes and, of course, hurricanes. Alabama has seen deadly storms. After the break, see how emergency personnel are preparing at this year's disaster conference.
Plus, a new trend making its way to the Port City, and it's perfect for your inner lumberjack. Find out when and where you can take part in axe throwing in Mobile when we come back.
Thursday on News 5. Motorcycle deaths are on the rise across the Gulf Coast. News 5 investigates motorcycle safety in every newscast. Then join us for the Riders for Riders Bike Night at Hooters as they discuss motorcycle awareness. Thursday on WKRG News 5.
You're watching WK